and toss. LeBron was atrocious in that first half, but bounced back in the second to really close out the game. AD to me was pretty solid all throughout the game, but really started out really, really strong. He went perfect from the field, finished with 23 points, 15 rebounds, a monster on the offensive board, 6 of them tonight. Um, a block and a steal as well. But just still like I'd say that, but I think AD was the second best player on the court. I think he was. I think he genuinely was. And then after that, LeBron did his thing. But from an overall Lakers standpoint, the team finished tonight shooting 13 from 30 from three, which is 43% from behind the arc. By far the best shooting night that they've had all season long. And it comes from a team that was, before this game started, the Lakers were literally in the conversation, if not leading the conversation, of having the worst offense in NBA history. I'm not saying that. I'm not like exaggerating. I'm not embellishing. Like, statistically speaking, before the game started, the Lakers, they were the worst offense in NBA history. So for them to bounce back, for them to go out there and do what they did tonight, I applaud them because they played sensational. Um, Offensively, they looked way more cohesive. Players were cutting. They knew where they needed to be in transition. The spacing was proper. It looked as if like they knew when to cut, why to cut, where to cut, and it wasn't just, it wasn't bad basketball. It was actually very enjoyable basketball to watch because everything was happening with a purpose. So, like, just great offensively from the Lakers. I by far the best game I've seen the Lakers play all season, and hopefully this can continue moving forward. In terms of the Nuggets, I was actually disappointed defensively from the Nuggets because even though I know they have like a few things that are questionable, it was odd to me that they didn't just sit Jokic in the paint because that's what led them to a lot of success. They should have just set Jokic in the paint and put him on Westbrook. I was surprised they didn't do that down the stretch. I was surprised. And also I want to say great defensive effort. There was a little bit shoddy from the Lakers, but really, really good defensive effort from the Lakers. The Nuggets, a team that is really good offensively, had a few moments down the stretch of the game where they struggled. But I was very surprised from the Nuggets on what they did defensively, how they almost it felt as if like they didn't even know what to do or scheme against the Lakers, even though the word is out that the team is just really bad. And outside of Lonnie Walker tonight, who went 3 for 5 from three, I really and truly would have let anybody else beat me from behind the arc. I'm actually very surprised from them that they didn't just commit to that concept and just sit Jokic in the paint. Um, Also, I felt like Coach Malone sat Jokic way too long, transitioning from the middle of the third to the end of the third, and then heading into the fourth quarter. He just sat him way too long. I didn't like that either. Um, Shout out to Jamal Murray though. Murray looked healthy. He looked explosive. He looked like he was getting in his bag. MPJ rushed a few shots. I did like that from the Lakers defense. And Aaron Gordon was trying to catch a couple bodies out there. It was ridiculous. But all in all, it was actually really good basketball from both teams. I think the Lakers just performed better defensively, and their scheming was a bit better, and offensively they were executing way better. And that is the one thing I'm gonna take away from this. It seemed as if the Lakers offensively knew how to execute. The spacing and positioning was proper. They knew when to cut. They knew why they were cutting. And then if that didn't go as well as they thought it was going to go, then it was going to develop into something else. I'm not sold on the idea, of course, that this isn't going to be their shooting moving forward. Actually, hell, even AD and LeBron in that second half were making shots that I don't expect moving forward. But even if they're not as good as they're shooting today, again, if they know how to execute properly, if they know where to cut, why to cut, how to cut, if they know how to read defensively, they trust one another defensively, then obviously it probably won't be another 5 game stretch where they they go without a win. More importantly, this is a really great game to win because now moving forward, as the Lakers finally get their first win of the season, if you look at the upcoming schedule, Um, after the Pelicans, of course. I think the Pelicans are a really good team. They have Utah, Cleveland, Utah again. The Clippers, who've looked bad, they just looked really bad so far this season in Sacramento. Brooklyn has also looked really bad defensively. Then Detroit, San Antonio, Phoenix, a solid team. Then back to back games with San Antonio. So I mean, the Lakers, we looking kind of solid. Oh, and then right after that, it's Indiana, then Portland. So the biggest thing right now the Lakers need to focus on is just making sure that by the end of November that they are an above 500 ball club, because after that it's going to start to get a little bit tougher, especially towards the end of December, entering January. The season will get tougher for them because the schedule is fairly light for them in the beginning of the year. So that is the focus. They looked great though in transition. They looked great in half court sets. Everybody knew what they needed to do. All in all, great win for a team that desperately needed the win. And I have to applaud Westbrook when it's need be. Westbrook did his thing, bro. We're gonna bring some people up. I know some of y'all. I'm actually very surprised how good Westbrook looked. Westbrook looked really, really, really good today, bro. Westbrook did his fucking thing, bro. I gotta give Westbrook his credit, bro. He
Honestly,
looked he looked
just
great.
goat Brook. I've been waiting for this game. He's still going to be asked for the rest of the season, though. So
I'm actually really surprised how bad their defensive schemes were. I'm actually very, very surprised. Um, Before anybody else talks, let Wes get his ISO, man. Let Wes get his ISO. He deserves it, man.
I don't need an ISO. I just want to respond to the idiots who are gonna tell me that he's a bench player now and this is the best role. Because I don't see it that way. I see a player who, hell, given the ball, being able to establish a rhythm, and what else? What else? What else? Oh, gaining some confidence again. Can still be pretty productive player in the NBA, regardless of what his role is. He just needs to play basketball the way he's always played basketball. Um, and yeah, unfortunately, that's not ideal for some teams. This isn't the team where that's most ideal. And therefore, I want my nigga traded. But he's still a productive player in the NBA, and I'm glad to see that. So shout out Russell Westbrook.
I'm gonna say this though, Wes. Um, I think if anything, it might prove that he probably should be on the bench moving forward for the Lakers. And the reason why is because when he is coming off the bench, the amount of minutes that are given to him and Westbrook him and LeBron, they felt very limited today. I mean, and I think even the last game he came off the bench, they felt very limited. And with that being said, um, like you said, he needs the ball in his hands. He needs the rhythm. He needs the flow. So if he can come out the gate with the ball in his hands, ready to go, be aggressive, while LeBron is teetering on the last little minutes that he's going to receive before he gets his rest, and then Westbrook then gets a transition. And I give it to Darvin Ham here as well. The rotations have felt way more crisp over the past 2 or 3 games as well. Like it seems as if like there's a direction in which he's trying to do. Um, but I think and I'm not. And let me be clear again what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Westbrook. This does nothing more but solidify Westbrook coming off the bench because the Lakers won today. But it's because of the flow of the game and the flow of his game and how confident he looked when the
Yeah,
ball.
nah, I'm not arguing that. Oh, he should start for the Lakers. No, I'm saying I want him traded because I know he can still be a
Oh,
starter in
okay,
the league.
okay, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Get him off of this team. Let him go be himself, and if that means he doesn't win, so the fuck what? Because he's not gonna win in a Laker uniform either. They're not winning a championship. Team is still not a championship team. So I just want my nigga free Russ until he's free. Like free Russ until it's backwards. You know the shit they be saying. I'm on that tape time. I'm on that way tonight. But shout out to the Lakers. Good W.
Facts. It was a really good W. NMZ, any thoughts?
Nah, I was just about to say to Wes, even then, playing his role, like even if it means coming off the bench and producing, I'm like, helping towards a winning cause is his best way to get traded, because that shows a little bit of humility, right? He's able to play the role he's asked, and then if he finds a way to contribute, maybe then you might be able to convince. And even if it's not this season, right, just going forward, it's almost like you're auditioning to the other teams and general managers about what type of role he can play going forward on a different team.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. It's more so like me being a selfish fan. Like this
Face
isn't
ass.
me being a reasonable person. Like I'm just being a selfish fan, and I want him in. I want him playing the brand of basketball I know he can play, and playing like I know he can play. And unfortunately for the Lakers, that means coming off the bench. And I just I've seen a lot of things that I think are distasteful. Um, it's crazy. Some of these people in Lakerland, how all of a sudden, oh my gosh, six man of the year, Russ. Russ is a bench player. We knew it all along. Fucking dweebs. Fuck out of here.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Some of the new people in here, especially 'cause I want to get some hands going. Nor, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, that was fine. Yeah. Man, yeah. I'm also a Russ fan, by the way. So not to kill your whatever, waste your time. But I think today we saw a lot of minutes with Russ without LeBron, and LeBron plays point guard, so does Russ, and that was the biggest difference. Um, he got to play his position, and he looked good doing it. And as a Russ fan, I want to see that full time, and I want him traded more than ever. I also say free Russ as well. And yeah, Brown played good today though. He made his shots, but got a free Russ, man. That was the biggest difference. Got everyone involved. Walker looked good. Reeves looked nice. The whole we were playing team basketball. The whole time Russ was playing point guard, it looked like such good team basketball. It was fun to watch. I enjoyed it. And that's it.
Facts. I guess Eli.
What's up?
Your hands up, nigga.
I
What?
was saying, can you hear me? Listen, bro. Listen, bro.
Oh,
This was fun, bro. And like, that's all I want. I just want to see the Lakers have fun a little bit before whatever they do, they do. You know, like, man, I truly think that like when Russ was Russ, like like I don't even like 2 years ago. That's one of the most fun basketball players, right? Like you just turn on the game and you just see Russ doing stuff, and it's fun to watch. And I don't know, earlier in the year, I guess it felt like, or not even earlier in the year, for like basically every game this year, it's felt like Russ has been like a little joyless, and it's just happy, or not. I'm just happy, I should say, to see him find his joy back. I think that AD was pretty good defensively this game. I think that he I think that he had okay resistance on Jokic. He did what he does as a helper. Like he's one of the most devastating helpers in the league. He covers so much ground. He presents a general challenge for you know so many people at the rim as a rim protector there. And he had a couple switches where on whether it was Murray or any other guard where he you know he fared pretty well. There was that one on Murray that was where he played like really good defense and Murray sidestepped and hit a crazy ass three. That shit had to be demoralizing. But yeah, it was also LeBron. Yeah, this nigga might get inducted into good guy. He was a good guy academy, man. This shit getting nasty. I'm not gonna lie. Good
what
second
do you
half
mean?
though.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
His finishing? Well, you talking about his finishing today?
Nah, it was just the first half. That nigga just old, man. I think most of us know he's old, but
Yeah, but people fight me on the
Facts, honestly,
time.
bro.
People fight me on the timeline. It's hilarious. Like I don't know how people watch LeBron and think that even if he does finish with a good finish strong in the second half, how anyone thinks that this is the same player from like last year when he was playing, or the year before that, or the year before that. Like
it looks pretty
this.
good. Like,
And to be fair,
Yeah,
you're playing a little bit more
no.
last year,
spacing last year. It was a little bit.
Fair. You can maybe argue with slightly more
let's be
spacing.
real. Let's be real. Pre Thanksgiving LeBron last year was dead ass this player.
Yeah, until like 80 went out and they had to fucking run LeBron at center. That nigga was basically putting up the same numbers.
It
But
looked
he didn't.
like
But
that.
it's not.
It
It's
looked
not
the
about the
same. He looked.
numbers.
It was
Or no,
pre
I mean like in terms of
pre
efficiency and
LeBron
him
coming
actually
back from
attacking LeBron.
COVID when he had like 2 weeks off. This is dead ass what he looked like, maybe you should.
But the turnovers from him. I think he. I don't think he had any turnovers in the second half. If I'm not mistaken. But the
I think he had
turnovers that
3 on the game.
I've seen out of him. I think all three of them were in the first half. Yeah, they were. All three of his turnovers in the first half. So like the turnovers I've seen out of him, like in these past two to three games, have just been like very careless passes, like things that like I'm not saying that you can't. Obviously, anybody can have like a careless pass, but like are so uncharacteristic of somebody that I genuinely believe is either the best or second greatest passer slash playmaker of all time, and and some of these are like in transition
Respect
plays.
Magic, bro.
So okay, all right, second.
He
It's
was the
saying some
second
of
best
these.
passer in this game. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Oh my god. And some of this shit is like in transition or like passes where you're like, what were you even trying to do? So I feel like I shouldn't see that from LeBron. And then also like defensively, like it came to my attention when he got beat by Grant for that game winner in Portland. And I was like, bro, like your fucking feet was in quicksand in that possession, boy, because he got right by you. And then slowly but surely, I've seen other things that kind of like, and this not just the LeBron roaming on non 3-point shooters or shaky 3-point shooters and doesn't close out type shit, or LeBron trying to like mask other people's mistakes and he's like mid possession like I don't give a fuck anymore, like not those type of possessions, just like people like looking at LeBron and like noticeably saying that I can just get right by him fairly easy. But the way he battled with Jokic tonight was really nice on that possession, and a few other possessions where he was just like being a little bit more aggressive, and the refs let him get away with it.
I
So
like
I did
LeBron.
like
I
that.
like
I
LeBron's second
still
half.
would say like when LeBron, like when I feel like he still decides, all right, enough is enough. I'm going to go get a bucket, and he
Oh
can
yeah,
still be that player. Like he still can tap into like the little switch shit. How he would say, "Oh, I'm flipping the switch." Way back when for the playoffs or whatever, he still can do that. It's just not. You don't see that level of urgency out of him as often anymore, and that's all it is from my vantage point.
I do like the post fade thing that LeBron is doing right now, where in the half court offense when the play kind of breaks down a little bit, he's starting to become like a legit option to just like kind of give the ball in the post on the wing, and he does the post fade. I like that
yeah,
as well, especially when again the offense comes a little bit stagnant. And we just need something to kind of bail us out in that possession, while also putting pressure on the opposing team to like kind of do something with him when he
yeah.
is in the post. But
One more quick
I did
thing:
not feel like that nigga
are
was
we
missing
seeing the
turnovers.
passing of the guard? Like today, we saw Zeke lose his job.